Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm back to do a commentary on Michael Gentile. I've had a lot of requests for him. I've only ever watched this segment once. I've always kind of avoided it just because he never had the interaction with Chris Hansen, so I figured that it just wasn't that interesting. And I think I watched it once, but I don't know if I even finished it. I kind of brushed it off. But now that so many people are requesting it, I'm starting to think that perhaps there is something interesting to it. So let's jump into it.
Michael Gentile looks like he could be the grumpy old grandfather next door.
Grumpy old grandfather. Yeah, obviously he looks like by far the oldest of the Hansen versus Predator guys. Oh, I just looking at that picture. It just looks like there's a picture of a happy family there in the background. It's kind of sad that if this is like their grandfather or father, that he's about to put you through a horrible experience because he's obviously a bad guy.
But what kind of sick senior citizen would send your kids a perverted picture like this? Or leave your little girl
And who the hell plays guitar naked?
the most disgusting voicemails imaginable?
Hey, my little sex kitten. How are you, sweetheart?
Gentile
I hate it when they use the pet names like sweetheart, sweetie, and all that. Obviously that's fine to use if you're in a normal, appropriate adult relationship, or I guess even if you're a teenage relationship, you're both teenagers, that's fine. But using that in a predatory sense, it's a clear sign of grooming, right? You're just using that, but you don't mean it, right? Like it's not like a pet name that you're saying with love. It's something you're just saying to manipulate the person into thinking you care about them when all you want is to use them for sexual purposes. So it just makes it that much grosser.
is the latest creep I've caught in our special investigative series, Hansen versus Predator.
I can't wait to kiss you and hold you. I love you, sweetheart.
Oh my god. Yeah, and you just like the way he's whispering, like, yeah, what the hell? Who would not be creeped out by that?
Over the years, I've caught more than 300 of them.
Why don't you take a seat right over there?
But let me tell you, Gentile is one of the worst I've ever seen. His aggressive attempts to seduce a 13-year-old will turn...
I mean, Nervous Nellie's not a 13-year-old, but it's their decoy representation of one.
your stomach.
I want to make you so happy, my little angel. I love you, baby, so much.
And you'll be shocked when you
What a piece of garbage. Jeez, that is gross.
hear what cops say Gentile was planning.
A kiddie porn manufacturing site.
Gentile is much older than most of the predators I catch. He's 64. He says he's a limo driver. He likes to play drums and he loves to run around in the nude. His email address says it all. Love to...
Does this guy have like a wife or anyone? Like, I don't know, if I lived with this guy, I would not want him running around in the nude. I probably wouldn't like him playing drums either, to tell you the truth, because it'd probably be loud and disturbing, but I would prefer that to him being constantly naked.
to be naked. Our sting takes place in Fairfield, Connecticut, a quintessential New England town some 50 miles from Manhattan. Predators don't only roam the big city, they troll the suburbs too. It could be a guy like Gentile, driving across state lines to have sex with a minor, or even the guy down the street, like Charles Lawrence.
Why do they have the old decoys like sweater, his hoodie blurred out? Is that like some sort of like university or sports team logo on there?
No, Chris. What are you doing here?
I know Lawrence. We used to take the same commuter train into the city. I was shocked when he showed up at our
Well, I guess we're doing a bit of a right-hand turn here and going into this Lawrence guy, but let's just roll with it.
sting house to chill with a 13-year-old boy.
What are you doing here? Chris, please. I know, but you have to explain this to her. Come here, man.
Today it's Gentile who's on the police
Oh, okay, I guess that was just a flashback to that one.
radar. So with the cooperation of the Fairfield cops, we set up a sting operation,
You should have that taser out.
placing more than a dozen hidden cameras all over, in water bottles, in trash cans, and on the fence. The police are also working with Tetrad Corps, a watchdog group working to expose
I just want to back it up and get a closer look at that older decoy
the
there.
police are
Yeah, look at that guy. Like that. There's no way that guy's 13.
also working with Tetrad Corps, a watchdog group working to expose online predators.
I don't have sex or anything in this local.
I wonder if, like, say they had like a male decoy and then he backed out, but they didn't have anyone that looked even remotely young. I wonder if like Frag would have gone out and just and been the decoy. Although I don't think Frag was around at this point, so they might have just been out of luck.
Guys.
That's Lori from Tetrad. She's one of the operatives who communicates with the predators.
I'm just really scared. Can you prove to me right now you don't have a gun?
The on-site decoy is a 19-year-old theater student who is posing as a 13-year-old girl. On social media, Tetrad posts innocuous pictures of real underage girls. Tetrad never makes the first contact. It doesn't take long for the rat named Gentile to crawl out of the sewer and contact the decoy.
I like how they're just trolling him right off the bat. The rat Gentile crawling out of the sewer. But yeah, you don't got to hold back on this guy. He's terrible.
We will call Brittany.
I love you so much, baby.
Gentile sends pictures of himself naked, posing in front of a mirror, in the woods, even sitting on the toilet. His text...
What? Why would you send pictures like that to... Well, I mean, you shouldn't be trying to pick up minors to begin with. Why would you send pictures of yourself on the toilet to anyone? Like, who's going to get turned on by that?
Messages are some of the raunchiest and most disgusting...
Yeah, I'm not going to read this out loud. I guess anyone can just pause it and look at it, but... Oh, he's like, I've lost a little weight since then, LOL.
Many we can't even put on TV, but most involve Gentile's love for nudity. I sent you a picture on Skype. I'm naked. I would kiss you all over, LOL. Yesterday, I went to a river upstate and went nude sunbathing. Do you want to go with me, LOL? Will you try sleeping naked tonight? I sleep naked every night. He sends Brittany links to porn videos, asking her to watch and learn. Remember, he thinks he's talking to a 13-year-old girl. I want you to feel comfortable looking at naked human bodies. I also want you to learn what they're doing.
Yeah, that is like 100% the definition of grooming. That's like, I think in one of Dave's Lemonade's videos, he goes through like the stages of grooming, and one of them something like that it's getting the person used to nudity and that kind of thing. So you kind of introduce that, claiming that it's innocent, and then afterwards get into the more sexual stuff.
Watching those movies is your sex education homework, he says. I'm going to give you a test on it tomorrow. Gentile asks her to get a banana and do unmentionable things with it. It's just practice for when the real thing ever happens. I want you to imagine that the banana is me. He reveals what could be interpreted as a passion for pedophilia. We went on a tour today of an old castle on the Hudson River. There were 2 girls around your age. I was looking at those girls today, thinking of you, and getting so excited.
Like, Jesus, like, just knowing that, like, obviously there's more than just this guy out there, but I'd hate to just, just knowing, like, you're taking your kids around, just doing whatever, the mall, or taking them out to do something fun, and there are just other guys of all ages just staring at them, imagining this kind of stuff. That's why we have to catch these guys. Even though you could claim that, well, technically there was no real underage person involved, it was a decoy, and it's a sting, and no one was harmed. It's like, yeah, but these guys are out there, like this guy said, looking at these girls and having, like, dirty sexual thoughts about them. Sooner or later, they're going to act on it like this guy tried to do. And maybe that time would not be a sting. Maybe it's like a family, like a relative, or just some, babysitting, or maybe they just grab a girl off the street. Like, these things happen. So these guys, we need to catch them before they have a chance to do it real. That's why these stings are so important.
What is even more disturbing, Gentile sent pictures of what appears to be child pornography. Then he asks Brittany something that will come back to haunt him. Can I take pictures of you? Yeah, maybe. LOL, no one will see them though, right? Just me. I would never want to see my sweetheart with anyone.
That is child pornography. There's a varying degree of what their intent is, what their actions are, and what they plan to do.
After about a month of his almost constant texting, it's...
Oh, a month? Yeah, in the new one, like the takedown ones, it's usually like very short. It's the same day. It's like basically like few-minute conversation, and the guy drives to the house. These ones, they had to sit there talking to this prick and seeing naked pictures of him for a friggin' month. Like, yeah, this guy, hopefully he got punished badly.
Time to reel in this slimy fish. Tetrad's decoy leaves him a message. Her parents will be gone the following weekend. Gentile, who calls his wife the witch, tells her he's going out.
Yeah, how dare you call your wife the witch? I don't know what she's like. Maybe she's a pretty horrible person, but you're definitely the worst of the two. And if she is has some sort of behavior that could make her be described as a witch, I'm sure that you drove her to that, because being married to you and having to see you walk around naked all day long is not going to be fun for anyone.
Out to help a friend. He drives 35 miles from Brewster, New York to Fairfield. The decoy asks him to come in through the side door.
I'm sorry, can you just get this for me? I'm just gonna be so mad.
Seconds after he's in the hallway,
He's like looking through the window at her, like he's just got his eyes like boring into her with like not a smile, not a hey, nice to finally meet you kind of thing. He's just like determined, just barges right in and closes the door. Oh my God.
he asks him to come in through the side door.
I'm sorry, can you just get this for me? I'm just gonna be so mad.
Seconds after he's in the hallway,
I'm really sorry.
if you look at the dictionary definition of a predator, you'll probably see the face of Michael Gentile.
My little angel, I love you, baby, so much.
Gentile left that creepy message for our decoy. From her text, he clearly knows that she says she's only 13, and the text he sent her will make you sick. Do you think you could take a picture of your blank for me? Feel sexy about yourself and take a picture. Are you going to take a picture for me after you shower? Why is Gentile so focused on getting pictures of a 13-year-old? He's 64, old
Well, he's a sexual predator, that's why.
enough to be the girl's grandfather, but he's texting like an oversexed boy wanting to go steady. You're my girlfriend, and I'm...
Yeah, that's just one of the negative things about just the ease of communication now. That just any piece of shit like this could just like bombard any young person with messages. Like, you know, decades ago they would have had to call the house and then worry about the parents answering, so it would have been hard to access someone. Now it's like anyone can access your child at any time. That's kind of horrifying.
your boyfriend. I love you so much, my angel. I can't wait to hold you in my arms and know that you are actually mine. He thinks that day is about to come. But what this predator doesn't know is that the only embrace he'll be getting is the long arm of the law.
And the embrace of handcuffs around his wrists.
After an hour drive, Gentile arrives at the Sting House. He parks his car down the street, lurking up to the door. He comes inside for just a moment. It all seems like it's going as planned, but then, when he gets inside the door...
I'm really sorry.
Nervous Nellie with her constant apologies. You don't need to apologize to these guys, Nellie.
It seems Grandpa has his antenna up for more than sex, and suddenly he bolts.
Do you want anything to drink?
I'll be outside, okay? Where are you going?
I'm gonna go grab my jacket, is that alright?
Mike? Yeah? Come here a minute, please.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that he answers for a second. Yeah? Like, who do you think it was? It was a man's voice. Obviously, it's nothing good. But he's like, yeah? I wonder what it was that spooked him. Was it just kind of Nellie's skittish behavior?
Looks like I won't get a chance to invite Grandpa Gentile to have a seat.
Get him!
But outside, a dozen cops are waiting for him.
Got anything on you?
Just a little knife in my pocket.
His only date tonight with detectives at headquarters.
All right, just come have a seat in here.
There, the officers search him a second time. They find a key card for a local hotel. Gentile lives only an hour away. Why would he need a room? As detectives wait for a judge to issue a search warrant for the hotel room, they start the booking process. And the line of questioning he would have faced in the kitchen with me.
Single, divorced, married?
Married. Soon to be divorced.
Yeah, hopefully.
Married, soon to be divorced.
The thing is, if he's calling her a witch, why is he concerned about that? Like, I've never understood that, how these, like, older... I always thought it was just, like, a trope from, like, TV shows where the husband and wife just don't like each other and they're always bickering. It's like, if you're in that bad of a relationship where you don't even like the person you're with, like, just get a divorce and find someone else or go live alone. If you're living in misery, why continue it? You know, now he's trying to say, like, oh, you know, I'm about, you know, soon to be divorced. Well, you called your wife a witch. Obviously, there's problems in the marriage beyond just this.
Meaning he knew this at some point was going to be on TV in a Hansen versus Predator investigation.
and it wasn't going to go over well at home.
Remember, Gentile told his
Especially the fact that he called her a witch in this episode, and she's going to see that.
wife, who he
Beyond the the reason that he's there.
affectionately calls the witch, he was going out to help a friend. She hasn't a clue he was going out to meet a teen. Cops take his fingerprints.
Just relax.
His mugshot.
Here we go.
And then he learns how much his bail will be.
Your bond is $500,000.
The cops tell him he's got one phone call.
I'll tell my wife. She works for an attorney.
Now Gentile makes the call.
Yeah, it's the old Maurice Wolin thing where you go to cheat on your wife with a minor, and then you have to call your wife to get money to come bail you out.
Married predators dread.
I'm in jail.
Telling the wife he's under arrest for trying to sleep with a 13-year-old.
I went to meet somebody, and they're saying that she was underage or something. I don't know.
She
No,
apparently
you know.
thinks this is a big joke.
This is Officer Rickman, Fairfield Police.
And what does that say about their relationship? The fact that she didn't believe him when he told her that, so she's like, let me talk to the cops to confirm that it's real. Does he have a history of feeding her like bullshit stories to the point where she doesn't believe what he says?
This is not a joke. If you want...
I remember when I was in college, our apartment got robbed. Yeah, I had this roommate, and someone robbed our apartment. So we called the cops. So the cops were there, like, doing whatever they got to do, investigating and asking us questions. And this girl I was dating at the time kept calling me, and I'm like, look, like, we're kind of in the middle of something. We just got robbed, and I'll talk to you later. And she was getting mad because she thought I was like making it up, and I'm like, no. And she kept calling back. So finally, I just handed the phone to the cop, and I'm like, can you tell her that you're really the cops and I really got robbed? So he took the phone. He's like, hello, and explained the situation to her, and then I got her to shut up. But so I didn't think that was obviously a relationship that was not destined to last a long time, and apparently this one's not either.
You can call back the police department. I can give you that number.
It might be easier for Gentile to speak with detectives who take him to the interrogation room where he signs away his right to remain silent.
What is your reason to be in Fairfield, Connecticut today?
I was meeting, I thought, a friend to go to a movie.
And like many of the men
friend to go to the movie.
we catch, he claims he thought the girl was an adult. His little kitten tells him she's only 13 years old.
How old's your friend?
As far as I understood, she was in her 30s.
Like, I bet you there was no talk of being 30 or in her 30s. There's no mention of that. There was only a mention of her 13-year-old age.
What was your dialogue between the two of you?
Just different things about everything.
Like?
Sex to school, you know.
Sex to school?
Yeah, everything, parents, and, you know.
Do you go to school?
No.
Does a 30-year-old go to school?
Yeah, it's like if she was in her 30s, I mean, I suppose you could be going to, you could still take university stuff or whatever in your 30s, but it tends to be something that younger people do.
She said she did.
What school?
She said she was just studying at home.
30-year-old studying at home?
Yeah.
Well, whose house is that you were at?
That, as far as I know, it was hers.
Hers?
Her parents.
30-year-old lives with her parents? You understand the charges?
I mean, it happens, but yeah, it's not looking good for his bullshit story.
That I told you
Yeah, I didn't know she was a minor.
You didn't know she was a minor?
No, I thought she told me she was younger, but I thought we were just doing role play. But her thing, when I first met her, she said she was 34 or 36 or something. I don't remember exactly.
You're out there a lot on social media.
A little, yeah, once in a while.
Yeah. So what's a common name you're using?
Michael. Another would love to be naked.
You don't mind if I'm frank with you, do you? Do you?
Okay.
Well, what did he say there? You're fucked? Or...
All right. So we know you were here to meet somebody.
Okay.
We know that.
Okay.
Right? But she never said she was 30 or 34 years old. She said she was 13.
Okay.
Well, tell me.
When I first found her picture, it said she was 34.
No, it doesn't.
No, it didn't. You're lying.
It's
It
right
does.
here. I'm 13.
It said.
And your response is 13. Now that's gorgeous. Okay, so you want us to believe that a 30-year-old woman was role-playing about 13. She was still playing a role?
Yeah.
Even when you tell her you're old enough to be her grandfather?
I guess so. Yeah.
You know what? Stop.
I mean, technically, he could be your grandfather if she's in her 30s. Well, yeah, like not really. I mean, maybe it would be a stretch, but yeah, obviously, we just don't believe his story to begin with. So.
How's that sound, Mike?
These cops are a lot harsher with this guy than they are with the other ones. Even John Dupey, they were being very soft with him because he was sitting there crying. Maybe it's just because this guy's older and he's just disgusting, and the stuff he was trying to do was just vile.
Our parents' worst nightmare.
You sit here and you tell us you're role-playing, that you weren't here to see a 13-year-old. You think your wife's and your daughter would buy that you just told us? I don't think so. So sit there and think about that for the next 3 days while you're in the jail cell. Because they ain't going to believe it. I'm going to hate to be making that phone call. And that's the story you're going to keep? Good luck to you. Have a nice life.
Yeah, they were downright mean to that guy. I kind of like it sometimes. Like, I hate it when they're just too nice to the predators in the interrogation. I know they're just trying to get a confession out of them, so they don't really care how they get that done. But sometimes you just want to see someone tell this guy exactly what he is.
Gentile won't need that hotel room. He's got a bed, the holding cell at the Fairfield police station. As he's put behind bars, the cops have their warrant to search the room.
Police with a search warrant.
6 detectives carefully enter. They look under the mattress. They find his wallet, computer, and a tablet. And this.
Oh, there's the knife he was talking about.
They find Gentile's digital camera. Remember, he told the decoy he wanted to take pictures of her naked.
He was set up to actually photograph this sexual encounter in the hotel room.
Yeah. A kiddie porn manufacturing site. And that is an additional crime and an additional factor that we have to weigh.
Cops reportedly found 24 sexually explicit images of minors on his cell phone.
Oh my God.
He was charged with attempted second-degree sexual assault, attempted risk of injury to a minor, attempting to entice a minor by computer, and possession of child pornography. He pleaded guilty.
Good. Yeah, that's Michael Gentile. Yeah, I can see why people find him so disgusting. Yeah, it would have been nice to have him have had a conversation with Chris Hansen before he was arrested, but I guess it was not meant to be. But yeah, this guy is he's a bad guy. So, well, thanks to everyone who recommended him, and I'll see everyone next time.